Hello, my name is Juliana. I'm gonna talk to you guys about solving linear equations, very simple equations. Let's start with a very simple one. So let's do x plus 5 equals 7. So the idea of this equation is to leave x alone, to isolate the x. That's always what you need to do on these equations. So what do we do here? We need to get rid of this term. And how do we do that? We're just gonna do the opposite of the operation we have right now. So we're adding 5. We need to subtract 5. And if we're doing it on the left side of the equation, we need to do it on the right side as well. So now how is this gonna look? It's gonna be x, and then 5 minus 5 is 0, so just equal. We don't need to write the 0. And then 7 minus 5 is 2. And that's it. That would be your solution for the equation. Now, what if we do x minus 2 equals 10? Again, we need to leave x alone. So we're subtracting 2. What's the opposite of subtraction? Just adding. So we're going to add 2 to get rid of the term on this side, and that way x will be alone. And if we do it on the left side, we need to do it on the right side. So we're going to add 2 on the right side as well. So now what do we have here? Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So we'll just have x on the left side. We don't need to write 0. And then 10 plus 2 is 12. And that's it. We can add a little bit more to it. So if we have something like 2x plus 5 equals 13. What are we going to do here? So again, we need to isolate x. So first of all, we have two things here with x. We have this plus 5 and these 2 that's multiplying the x. First, we're going to get rid of this term. So like we did before, it's adding. We need to subtract 5 on both sides of our equation. So now, what do we have? It's 2x. 5 minus 5 is 0. We don't need to write the 0. Equals. And then 13 minus 5, it's 8. Now our equation looks like this. X is not alone yet. This 2 is here. So because 2 and x are multiplying each other, what do we need to do to get rid of the 2? The opposite operation of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide this by 2. And if we do it on the left side, we need to do it on the right side. So divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. We don't need to write the 1 next to x. So it's just going to be x. And that equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. And this is the solution to our equation. Now, for our last example for this video, I want to do something that has everything on it. So we can have, for example, this equation, 3x minus 7, all of that divided by 2, and that equals 9. So for this one, we need to leave x alone again, but the first thing we see here is that all of this is divided by 2. So that's the first thing we need to get rid of. So because all of this is divided by 2, we need to multiply the whole thing by 2. So how's that going to look? It's going to be something like this. 2 that multiplies all of that's on the numerator. So it's multiplication. And then if we do it on the left side, we have to do it on the right side. So here's going to be 2 times 9. Now 2 divided by 2 is just 1. We don't need to write the 1 because 1 multiplied by this, it's just what's in here. So it's going to look like 3x minus 7 equals 2 times 9, it's 18. Now we need to get rid of this term. This is negative 7, so we need to add 7 on both sides. So that's going to be 3x. Negative 7 plus 7 is 0. We don't need to write the 0, and that equals 18 plus 7 is 25. Now our equation is not ready. I'm going to finish it up here. We have 3x equals 25. Now the 3 is multiplying the x, so we need to divide it on both sides to get rid of it. 3 divided by 3 is just 1, so we don't need to write the 1. It's going to be x equals 25 divided by 3. We cannot simplify this fraction, so this is just going to be our solution like that. X equals 25 divided by 3. So thank you very much for watching.